All right, we're back, folks. Sorry about that. Computer crash. Hopefully, we're back. But it hit a threshold that it couldn't surpass right about 125. Computer crash. Hopefully, we're back. Yep, we're back. Just gotta find the chat. Yeah, so we're gonna stream probably till 8 o'clock Pacific. As soon as I find the chat. Okay. Think we got the chat window up. Turn the volume off so you guys don't get any echo. All right, so now we're back. What the heck's going on? Ruby, look at that. Halt. Is this the stock? Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of buyers. Look at that. 165. Ooh. Ooh wee. This one is in for a 30 cent. And let's see what we got here. We didn't spend much on that. I think it was less than $100 on that option call on the SPY. So $1.48. Resumption in 20 seconds. Let's go with 240 shares. And let's see what it does. Oh, there's the chat. Looks like a 10-minute halt on RUBI. So we got 5 minutes to spare. Meantime, all the other ones are not doing much. And our SPY is remaining at 679. So it's a good thing we sold. Got to step away from the computer. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. 3809 is the resumption on Ruby, RUBI. Got about 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. Sometimes these resumptions hurt the price. This one doesn't seem to be though. It's frozen at 148, halted at 148. And on level 2 we see 15 buyers at $1.70. The resumption price is $1.63 so far. There might be a little bit of money here, though there's a gap from 120 to 132. We haven't even looked at the daily on this one. Just trying to get the computer back. It's got room up to 162, then up to 186, but it is going to require, let's see if I can turn on the daily here. So it's at 147, 162, right where it's going to restart, and then maybe a little bit of room to 186 before it hits resistance up here, right around before the $2 mark. "19 seconds. We're going to try to get in here with our template. Day 3010, 3010. And here it comes back down. Red. There's a lot of sellers. Huge amount of sellers. I guess we're not going to try to get in, maybe. Okay, they're stacking up. It's halted again, I think. Yep, didn't get filled. Since we got our template, we'll let it go off the open. Let's open this up. That's a huge gap though. But there's nothing else. And it's 7:40, getting on to 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this. Not gonna take a chance. Not gonna lose money. Don't let FOMO get to you. If there are no opportunities right now at the moment for small caps, don't fret. Relax, have your coffee. There soon will be. It's more important to keep green. We I say we. Someone asked about that. Um, I try to relate to everyone who's out there trying to make it, trying to survive this day trading uh, endeavor. But I mean, me. It's just me. It's just me, guys. Um, and gals. Ooh, I got a message in here. TLTC order in state canceled cannot be canceled. Huh. It may it may have not canceled us. Shoot. But it's off the board. But I've seen that happen before during halts, that the orders go off and you can't see them. Even though I got two cancel messages right above it. At 7:39 it says cancel. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's wait and see. Resumption is 44:11. 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. So if we're in there, we got to get ready to cancel out. Up on level 2. Yeah, it looks like it's done. Resumption's $1.80, which is below 181. I mean, it still looks good. The indicators all look like it's going up. Momentum. Hmm. We'll see. Did we make the right choice in canceling? Did we make the wrong choice? Or worst, did we really get canceled or not? What I was saying is yesterday I made $42. And later in the afternoon, I was having issues with OBS, so I was playing around with it and went back in, and I lost another $20 on TGE, trying to be a slick Willie, trying to trade after hours because I thought, oh, you know what? In the morning the market was slow, but it's gonna pick up in the afternoon, and it didn't. I was hoping that it would pick up this morning, but it's not. So small caps, we're gonna have to wait a little while longer. 23 seconds to resumption. Let's see what happens. Did we get canceled or not? Did our orders get canceled? Not us. We got canceled when the computer rebooted. Here we go. 5, 4. Yeah, we didn't get filled. Good thing. Look at that. Folks selling 69,000 and only 3,000, 4,000 buying. So now it's halted to the downside. All right. We're going to give it another 15, 20 minutes. That's what I thought it would be. I was hoping that it would pick up, but wow. All right. I think it's done. Done so. Let's go back. to our large caps then. Nvidia looks like it wants to pick up. Nope, I don't like that pattern. Go back to the SPY. Built a nice distance between VWAP, but it looks like it's on a reversal course, and I don't like that pattern either. Oklo has been selling off, and I can't short on my account. Apples to apples, same thing, selling off. XRP continues, try to jump over VWAP, and it couldn't. So my suspicions is it's going to trend down back to 227. I would hope that it falls below 224, you know, right in this area here, because that would be a buy. And then it's gonna shove up. Now this may not happen that far. It may just arc back to about 229 and take off. We'll have to wait and see. CAPT, that's not bad. Look at that. That's a good move. You bought here. It's a nice move. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. Lower lows, higher highs, but now it's curling, so we might be late to the party. Look at the daily on this one. It's heavy. Might have room. What were the news? Okay, they're out of compliance and they've been granted an extension till the end of the year. Yeah. Now it's headed down. It's gonna arc down. I'm gonna have to sign up for that software that draws on here and can draw a circle. It's a lot easier than having to draw a trend line. Okay, Ruby coming back. Look at that reclaim. Might still be in play. It's halted again. It's halted again. Damn. That's a very short range for halts. I can't deal with that. I'm going to go take a look at the SPY options again. And the one we bought was the 685 for November 7th. It's now at $1.37. And what do we do? We bought it at 94 cents and sold it at $1.05. And it's now back down to 85 cents. So we made 11 cents on that option call. I'm going to have to put this in the video somehow. So I still got to do a recap how I did this and why. I didn't take any screenshots. Plus, I'm not filming these screens or taping, videotaping. Film is old. That's interesting. According to Thinkorswim or to Schwab, I'm down to $2,058 drawdown overall since last May. Since a year ago, May. So May of 2024 till now. It's a 2,000 drawdown. Even though I've, based on my calculations, is somewhere around 2,500. Ruby resumption is 55.16, a couple of minutes. $1.79 is the resumption. The price halt was at $1.78. And there's interest up here at $1.80, but very small. And in the meantime, SPY keeps going down, Nvidia keeps going down. OKLO continues down, Apple continues down, pennies. And XRP down below 230. See? There's the arc's downward. And my feeling is it's going to go below BWAP by the end of the day if this keeps up. And Nvidia finally fell below BWAP. And it might pick up itself, but I think it's going to remain within that 200 to 203 range until earnings. I think, what is it, on the 19th? Yeah, I think the market's waiting for good news. I don't know if their market is holding off because of there are elections today. They could be. I don't see how that would affect anything. I mean, they're going to be what they are. Okay, CAPT is back on. It continues to move. Good size sellers, good size buyers. Let's look at the daily. I don't like it. A lot of resistance up here. What's the volume like? 46 million shares traded. Relative volume, it's 42. The 5 and 15 minute are doing well. There we go. Volume's on the uptick. But you see the MACD and the screen flashing, which means the MACD is starting to point downward. Okay, Ruby is falling. Now to resumption's $1.60. And it's set for the top of the hour at 48 seconds. So this might give this one a boost. The pattern was here, but now the pattern here is broken. But I've seen that pattern broken before. Oh, look at the SPY. Back down. And everything is back down. Guys, go have a cup of coffee. Enjoy the day. Do some golfing. Whatever activity, hiking, whatever you like to do. Go to the gym. Take an opportunity to improve your health as opposed to your, because your pocketbooks and your wallets aren't going to improve if you're looking for small cap moves. At least not right now. Might be something at towards the middle of the day or the end of the day. Well, actually, it's coming up on 11 o'clock on the eastern coast, right? Right before lunch. Go have lunch. We still have $2,800 in settled funds that we can use to trade, but nothing to spend it on. CAPT looks like it wants to go. And what I see is just that even if it makes it past that line of resistance, the next one is going to be heavier. So I use this fuchsia color to depict resistance. So the first one's there at 93 and the second one's there at 99. 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I would have taken this trade. I would have jumped in and seeing how it's a penny stock under $1, jump in with 500 shares. I don't do that anymore. Even though this pattern looks really good. It's upward, continuing, very small moves, nothing drastic. And it's not out of fear, it is just it's what the indicators tell me. I'm seeing resistance all along there. So that's a heavy area of resistance of the next level. I'm not going to say it's not insurmountable, but it was time. I'm getting hungry too. Where's my coffee? Good morning, Duvan Philippe. DTCK. I've seen it. I'm not a short, a swing trader. Um, I don't hold stocks long term other than large caps, Nvidia, Oklo, and crypto. That looks like a nice move up. Look at that. Something to be said about a stock that moves up at a 45-degree angle. That's a really good thing. Yeah, I saw this a couple of days ago, but I didn't think I would trade it at all. Now let's see here. What can we see for a pattern? Uh, higher lows and lower highs. So it's contracting. What I see here is contraction. And to that may mean that it may just go sideways from here until there's some type of news catalyst. I mean, it looks bullish, but I think it has to go sideways. I don't see it moving up beyond that high of 410. Now let's take a look at the daily. On this one here. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, look at that move. From 77 cents all the way to 410. Well, I hope you were in it. A lot of long tails, but it keeps moving up. Maybe that's not the chart we're supposed to be looking at. Let's see here. Yeah, this has nothing but good things to the upside. I think what I would do is take a look at Davis Commodities. Consumer goods. Trader or agricultural commodities bringing essential products like sugar, rice, and oil to markets around the world. Well, food. Everybody always needs to have food, and those certainly are sugar, rice, and oil, certainly necessary. And that's a big expansion. That might be a long term hold. So that's maybe an investment opportunity, not a day trade opportunity. Certainly, food supply is important. And with China signing that agreement that they're going to buy millions of soy over the next few years, If they can, I don't know what other agreements they made. You should look at the futures prices for. Okay, sorry about that. Reconnected. Duvan Philippe. I am in the West Coast. I'm in California, Southern California. So I'm in Pacific time. So out here it's 8 a.m. Pacific. Yes, I don't do many lives, and today I've been having issues. I think this is only my second live in a month. I do pre-market. I do mostly pre-market, and then I do the recaps. If you look at the channel, you'll see lots of recaps going back to July. Uh, the open hasn't been that great in the past two weeks, so I've been trading pre-market. Today I didn't start in pre-market. Well, I started the live around 6:15 Pacific, which would be 9:12 Eastern, and but I didn't trade anything pre-market today. I didn't see anything uh, that stood out at me that was a possibility. And the only trade we took today was an option play. Um, I took an option play here. I bought the Friday expiration of the SPY at 94 cents and sold it at $1.05. The 685 strike point and made $11 because I saw the SPY moving up. But now it's trending downwards. So let's see here. I wonder if I can show orders is on, but it's not showing them. All right, so right here, when I saw it moving up, I jumped in and I sold right about here. Well, let me take a look at the exact hours. So purchased 652. So right around here, off of this candle there, off of that red candle right there. Let's zoom in. Off of this little red candle right here, went in at 94 cents on the 685 strike call. Oh, 687 strike call for Friday expiration date, and we sold it at 707. Sold it right there as it started to move down right before this drop. And that was 11 bucks. Not much, but it's green on the day. And in lieu of any small stocks moving up. Do I have a goal? 50 bucks perhaps is what I look for. But daily, I don't hold anything overnight when I'm day trading. That same strike call that I sold for $1.05 is now at 76 cents. So you can tell a lot by looking at options. Even if you don't trade options, go in and take a look and look at their price and see how expensive they are, because it'll tell you. Nice, 207%. Wow, my hat's off to you. What are you doing now? You should be off enjoying that 200% somewhere. Hmm. It's 8:10 Pacific, 11:10 on the East Coast, and I'm not seeing anything, guys. gals, ladies, gentlemen. I think I'm lucky I made $11. What the hey, right? I do want to trade more pre-market, so I was looking into Webull. I didn't like Webull's verification process in that they save your facial biometrics when you sign up for an account, and it's a little company out of Estonia and Brazil, so they're not even based in the U.S. So I mean, even U.S. large companies you can't trust with your privacy data because you know somebody's going to blow it. And I worked in IT for many years to know that IT people can be very careless, um, and they don't do it on purpose. They just um, okay. Having been an IT person myself, a very technical person, I think that we get so full of ourselves that we think that everything we do is right on spot, right on the money, and that we can't do no wrong. And what happens when you think you can't do any wrong? Something is going to go wrong. And something that happens, I think, in all technology, software, hardware, is that when we plan, when we implement, we do it in a forward looking way. So we say, okay, step one, step two, step all the way up to step 10 are going to happen this way. But what happens is there's human interactivity. When the human interactivity comes in and you don't account for it, because the exceptions would be a lot bigger than the list of tasks that you're implementing, it just throws a wrench into the system, and what happens? Things break down. So I really believe that. I've experienced it for many years, and so I'm not gonna about to trust. I think a U.S. company with my facial biometrics, much less a foreign company. And at one point, I think in the future, especially for merchants, folks who are selling online, who because I've also experienced that. I worked for a systems integrator who was selling computers online many years ago, and there were folks trying to use false identity and false credit cards, and it eats up your inventory and your capital. So I think it's a good thing that there has to be some type of a form. But I think uh, if crypto ever became a method of online purchasing, that would sort of help because if you pay with a crypto wallet, well, the money's gone, right? And if you didn't keep it safe, well, that's sort of it's on you, and there's no collecting it back. But so I think all of those things have to be ironed out before I would sign up with a company like that. So I want to sign up with a company that allows you to trade in the early pre-market on the East Coast. I was looking at TradeStation yesterday. I used TradeStation a few years ago, um, and it was okay. And they allow trading at 3 a.m. Eastern. And when the market is bullish between 3 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Eastern, there are movers there, and you can make a little bit of money. But of course, you have to get up a lot earlier. I don't work, so it's okay for me. But for folks who are working, who have a small account, who are just trying to make some extra bucks, that can be quite difficult and taxing. I'm not a morning person. I'm a night owl. I like to stay up as late as possible. But having to work all my life, getting up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, and now that I don't work, I'm doing it for the market. Maybe I should move to a sunny side country south of the equator where the hour is reversed, right? All right, 8:15 on the west coast, 11:15 on the eastern coast, and we're not seeing anything. What happened to RUBI. It just halted down again. Yeah. Well, it was good for those of you who got it. 84 cents all the way up to $1.79. That's a dollar move. And let's see, SENX build a nice belly here. It's not trying to move up. I like these sort of moves because they go like this. Come on. Okay. They'll go like this above BWAP. They'll fall back. And then they'll go up. But I don't know if SENX has it in it, has the strength, or is going to have the volume to pick up. So at this point, I think I'm going to call it. We had one computer crash. We had one option play for $11. I'll do a recap on that once I take screenshots. And I think we're done. Um, oh, you traded Thar. Yeah, Thar was interesting, Philippe. Yeah, that Duvant. The I got lucky on that one too, but I didn't jump in with enough volume on TAR. RNTX, FIO, and NCRA. I saw other video YouTubers who traded those. Some lost money on it, some made money on it. So, but if you made 207%, then you must be a real good trader. Why are you watching me? You want to see what mistakes I make? I do that. I watch other folks to see how well they do, and I learned from them as well. It's not my only training, obviously. I took some training on the simulator, but the simulator is not enough as live. And so far, I'm holding my own. So I've been trading for 18 months, and I've been losing about $130 a month. That's the average, which to me, I considered it to be lessons, right? If I were to go pay someone out there like Ross, I got to give him 4 grand, 5 grand. Uh, I'm I'm doing okay, and I'm paying half of that. So, but I don't think that happens to everyone. And of course, who knows what the future brings. Um, Most of the money I lost was earlier in the year, from January to April, when the market was a little more bullish, and I started tightening down. And I do agree with you. October was a slow month. I wound up green on October, $57, and last year I was down almost 600 on in October. So it's just a matter of hanging in there and trying to stay green and keeping discipline. And that's been one of the hardest things to do. When you try to trade, you think you're going to come in here and you say, I've got control of everything. I've got this window. I've got this indicator. And it isn't so. It isn't that simple. And I've got the money. I'm going to put it down and it's just going to jump up. And I think that the mentality is, when you start trading as a beginner, you're not into day trading to lose money. You're in it to make money. And that forward looking attitude gets you in trouble. You have to disconnect from money. And I didn't believe it at first when I heard it, but it is true. You have to disconnect yourself from your emotions, from the money. And if you do that, then you can begin to build a little bit of discipline and not go in. Like when I was showing earlier, CAPT. Look at that. I showed, there's the what I thought was the resistance levels. And you can see what happened. Christmas tree down. And 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have jumped in right here with 500 shares looking for the move up, or even 1,000. And I would have lost money. And then I would have been down here hoping and holding that it would go back up again. and that's a bad thing. So the things that we have to do is wait for pullbacks, check resistance levels, and when it falls, let it fall. If it goes without you, if you were down here and you happen not to buy and it went without you, look for the next opportunity. That's the good thing. The market is here daily, except for holidays, right? So you just have to wait for yours, and for what the market gives you. The market will tell you, hey, this is the stock that's moving up, like THAR yesterday. That was a market giveth. Once the scanners picked it up, you could see it. The volume, everything was moving up, and people were jumping in. And then that's a bandwagon that you got to jump in on and make use of that momentum. All right, one last check here. The SPY is trying to hold. Nvidia doesn't look like it's going to move up to VWAP. Look at Apple go. Ah, that's a nice one. That would have been a nice option play from 268. Could still go back up to 271. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't think it has it. Well, there it goes. I don't think it'll go to 271, and there it goes. On its way back to 271. Meantime, XRP, yeah. Well, it didn't pick up, so we're going to have to wait for XRP, I think. We've got to wait for Ripple to get into e-commerce. Because it looks like it's just going to trade within this channel there. 227 to 233 until we have news. Let's see what else. Let's go through the stocks, scanners. Zone. No news. On the daily, looks like it's the daily. Looks like it's curling back up again. Not familiar with this symbol. Never heard of it before. Appears to be Dogecoin related. One of the things I don't do is trade stocks like this. They're moving along, all of a sudden they just jump and jump. And what happens is I have no MACD pattern to look at. And that I don't like. And there you can see what happened to that one. And this one was moving 2.4 million volume. It shows Thinkorswim doesn't show float, but only out shares, and it says it's 8 million. Let's see. Zendo might show the float. Zendo is not showing the float. DTCK. It fell back down to 392. Let's go take a look. So it's still upwards. It looked like it was trying to curve down, and it looks like it's going up. But there were my lines that I drew. It's just consolidating. It did break that channel up. At least it tried. But you see what I was talking about, the price contracting here. I didn't think that from 411 that it would go too much higher. But it looks like it's going to climb. But now the volume has dwindled down. See from here, volume down, 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 down. So like I said, it might be a long-term hold. Let's check our low float gaps. Okay. Yeah, none of these are calling out moves. So DTCK doesn't have huge volume, 2.5 million, and that's why. Relative volume 312, it's a low float. It has been a rising. It's like NUAI is another one. It just climbs like a couple of dollars every 2-3 days. And now, and last I saw it was like at above $6. That might happen to this, but it's going to be a slow climb from here. A good thing is this newer low here isn't that low. So it's holding itself. So alrighty. Well, there it goes. See? Somebody's buying. I hope they're not listening to me. I do not give professional advice, guys. Like I said, I'm on a losing trend. I'm red the past 18 months, so don't take my advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Read that, please. Boom. As soon as I say that, look at that. Boom, down to 388. Make it more drastic here. That's a nice pickup. I'll check on this tomorrow and see what it's like, DTCK. But I just I gotta look the futures. I can't see futures here, so I can't see sugar. I think it'll give me an error. Yeah, we can't find this symbol. How about here? Yeah, can't see it there. I have to go to the other one here. Get rid of, well, let's see, help. Collect garbage, go to trade. I gotta go to futures trader. No, I can't even see it there. Got a bunch of charts here, all leading up. You watch stocks from the moment they start to rise. That's great. You must have a great scanner. When you have a great scanner and you're able to catch the stock right off the start, yeah. You can jump in and then you make money. But it's not so easy for the rest of us. Well, that broke that play there, moving sideways. Okay, getting disconnect, reconnects. So lower low is a healthy thing. Here, I don't see it yet. We needed to go lower, but this is getting picked up. Lower lows and higher highs will create divergence and will send the price upwards and the signal down. Alrighty then, 8:33, and everything is copacetic, nothing jumping out. Alrighty, thank you, guys on the chat. Thank you for all your comments. Duvan, hope you had a good day as well as yesterday, and wish you the best. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you like our content. Leave hate speech if you don't like it. Suggestions. Everything's on the table. I don't mind it. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day.